Welcome to News to Know. Today is Monday, September the 20th, 2021. And here's the news you need to know. We begin today in France, who, over the weekend, recalled as ambassadors to the United States and Australia, a major show of France's displeasure with their allies. This comes as Australia announced last week that it would cancel a deal with France for 20 French-made submarines, instead signing a deal with the United States for nuclear submarine technology. The French Foreign Ministry has called the move a major breach of trust and suggested that Australia and America had been lying to France. President Biden of the United States has requested to speak with French President Emmanuel Macron over the incident. The French have not made definite when such a conversation will take place. The recalling of an ambassador is a major diplomatic step, since the ambassador is the chief diplomat to the host country. A break in diplomatic ties is usually the next step after an ambassador is recalled. This is the first time in their almost 200-year history of diplomatic relations that a French ambassador has been recalled home from the United States. Once again, returning to Guinea, delegates from the Economic Community of West African States met with military junta leaders over the weekend. They had requested ousted President Alpha Conde to be released from custody and allowed to leave the country into exile. Coup leader Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya said that President Conde is in and will remain in Guinea. Also, over the weekend, 4 opposition leaders, who had opposed a third term for President Conde, returned home from exile. Their arrival was met with cheering crowds numbering in the thousands, which created an extreme traffic jam in the capital, Conakry. The future of President Conde and ECOWAS influence in Guinea are both uncertain after this weekend's events. In China, one of the nation's largest real estate firms, Evergrande, has announced that it has hit solvency issues. The company is one of the most indebted in the world, owing over $300 billion. Without the funds to repay its debts, the company may go bankrupt. This has sent shockwaves through the Chinese economy, as this could cause a collapse of the housing market in China. Because of Chinese regulations on investments, ordinary Chinese have put their money into real estate. If the market tanks, then their investment properties would be worth less than they paid, resulting in millions of Chinese losing their life savings. Evergrande has attempted to sell off some of its assets to raise capital, but has been unable to find significant buyers. If Evergrande goes under, its 200,000 employees will become unemployed, and because the company encouraged them to invest in Evergrande-backed securities, they could also lose all their money as well. The company has offered property in lieu of cash, but most have lost confidence in the company and have refused to accept the deal. Protests at the company's headquarters in Shenzhen have continued for several days. This in a country which usually shuts down protests as soon as they begin, highlighting the level of discontent in China. In Canada, today the country goes to the polls in a general election. The election was called by Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in August, hoping to take advantage of his high approval ratings in order to gain back a majority in the Canadian Parliament. However, with lockdowns returning to much of Canada and people increasingly frustrated with the Prime Minister's handling of the pandemic, the election is now seen as a tied race with the Conservative Party, led by Erin O'Toole. If the Liberals, under Trudeau, keep control of the government, it is estimated that they will lose more seats in Parliament and rely heavily on a coalition government to stay in power. Recent polls have indicated that neither party will gain an outright majority, resulting in one of them forming a minority government. And finally today, on the happier side of things, Vanessa Bukowska is a 12-year-old artist from Poland. She was adopted as a baby and has Down syndrome. Her artwork has featured at National Gallery exhibits, but besides painting, Vanessa loves royalty. So she painted a picture for Queen Elizabeth II of England. Through the help of a teacher and a translator, Vanessa sent the picture along with a note to Buckingham Palace. Not really expecting any reply, Vanessa was thrilled when a letter arrived from the Queen's Lady-in-Waiting on official palace letterhead. In the letter, the Queen dictated her appreciation for the gift and just how much she loved the painting. For Vanessa, receiving the letter was a dream come true. And now you know the news. Until next time, good night and God bless.